Good afternoon, North Georgia. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson here with your weekly weather update. We're starting off this Wednesday here. We had a lot of cloud cover, but we have a lot more sunshine as we've been heading throughout this afternoon. But we will get a little bit more cloud cover a little bit later on today. So that's important to know. Of course, we do these weekly weather updates every Wednesday at 2:30, and then every Sunday we like to do another update at 11 a.m. to keep everybody updated on what the forecast is going to be throughout the week, and then again during the weekend. So here's what we can expect here as we head throughout this week. Again, it's going to be pretty quiet if you haven't been watching. We had all this active weather earlier on in the month, but now things just really quieting down, and it's looking like it's going to be a beautiful Easter weekend ahead of us. So let's first off start by looking at what's happening right now, because I know some people like to watch these updates live. If you are watching it live, all this information right there at your fingertips, of course, with the 11 Alive app, the 11 Alive Plus app, always available for you. So if you want to watch it later on, know that a lot of the information will still be relevant. But again, we're going to talk about some current conditions as of 2:30 in the afternoon on Wednesday first off. So you see a little bit of that cloud cover trying to build back in, some upper level clouds, so not as gloomy as what we had this morning when we had the low level cloud cover, but we did have a brief period of blue sky out there earlier on. Everything's moving smooth out at the airport. You see some nice conditions out towards the Speedway, Atlanta Motor Speedway, looking stunning there. That's one of our new cameras that we have. And then looking out towards noon, and you see some pretty nice conditions there as well. A lot of those trees really filling up with the leaves now. We had a lot of cherry blossoms out there that have been beautiful in bloom over the last couple of weeks. But now some of that recent rain has knocked off some of those blooms. So temperatures today, they're nice and warm. We're sitting at 70 degrees as of 2:30 in the afternoon on Wednesday here in Atlanta. 70 degrees as well in Peachtree City, Covington, Thomaston, LaGrange. Still in the 60s though for a lot of those spots into far north Georgia. And again, we see the sunshine breaking through. A little bit of cloud cover from off to our west trying to impact us. But thankfully that shower activity that you see off to the east moving away. We are getting some drier conditions back in here that are not just going to be here for the rest of Wednesday. We're talking through the end of the week into the weekend. Early next week, we are going to have a long stretch of drier conditions, which we need after all the rainfall that we had here over this last month. I want to remind you to download that 11 Alive app to your phone. It's really a nice tool to have, especially as we get closer to severe weather season here in North Georgia. Remember, we move through April. Sometimes we get a lot of severe storms. It's possible. Not having anything severe in the forecast right now, but typically we get a lot more activity this time of year. So make sure you download that 11 Alive app because it can keep you updated on the forecast when you're on the go and keep you updated on any warnings you may have. 70 degrees right now in Atlanta. You see that we rise into the lower 70s later on. A little bit of cloud cover later on this afternoon into the evening, but then we're going to see some more sunshine for tomorrow. That's the good news. You can also send in your weather wow moments and then watch the newscast right there at your phone. Now, let's say you wake up early in the morning and you missed the update by Chester McNeil, Aisha Howard, Cheryl Preham, and Crash Clark, and you wanted to go back and watch the newscast. Let's say it was 8 o'clock in the morning, the newscast is over, and you didn't want to wait till noon. You can download the 11 Alive Plus app to Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV and watch the newscast whenever it's convenient for you. So if you didn't want to wake up, let's say, all the way up there at 6 a.m. to catch the news, you can watch it later on in the morning. That's a great tool to have too. Again, the 11 Alive Plus app, download it so you can get extra updates as well, like the one that you're currently watching. Now, we had a lot of rain earlier this month. It had been a very wet month, nearly 8 inches of rainfall actually. And some of the more recent rainfall that we had yesterday really helped to improve our pollen count. We're down to a pollen count of 9 for our Wednesday. The contributors, as far as the tree pollen is concerned, were oak, pine, and sweet gum. We also have a low level of mold pollen in the air, but weed pollen and grass pollen were both very low, actually down toward 0 for today. The pollen count has not been this low all week, though. Of course, back on Tuesday, before the rain arrived, early in the morning when the pollen count was taken, we were at an extreme level. We were at an extreme level for Monday. Of course, we had those strong winds really shaking all the pollen off the tree. That helped to contribute to some of those really high pollen counts. And we're likely going to see this number go up again over the next few days. I would imagine for the end of this month into early next month, with how dry conditions are looking, at least for this stretch into the end of the year. I would imagine that we are going to have, or excuse me, the end of the month, I would imagine that we will have some higher pollen counts again. Looking at your forecast track, though, over the next 48 hours or so, again, we're not expecting any more rain. The rain moves out. This is the cloud cover that we're going to have, though, for tonight, and it may even greet you a little bit for tomorrow morning. Temperatures are going to be in the 40s to 50s starting off our Thursday. We move into the afternoon, temperatures back into the 60s, and you see we get abundant sunshine later on the day there on Thursday. We move into Thursday night, Friday morning. It will be kind of chilly out there at times. Notice temperatures in the 30s in the far north Georgia, mid to upper 30s. And then here in the Atlanta area, we're expecting to start off in the lower 40s. Plenty of sunshine all throughout the day on Friday. It's going to be stunning. You may want to call into work sick if you get what I'm saying. It's going to be great weather to spend some time outside. Temperatures rising into the lower 70s for highs. It does not get much better than that there for our Friday. Moving into Saturday then, we have some cloud cover trying to build back in. There's going to be times of sun and clouds there as we head throughout the day on Saturday, but that's not going to hinder our temperatures. We're still going to be well above average. 76 there for the highs for Saturday, 79 for the high on Sunday. By Monday, 81. Our average high is 69. We are going to be well ahead of that. So yes, a very warm weekend ahead of us, and we like that kind of weather on the weekend whenever it's a holiday weekend especially. We have that mostly sunny sky for the afternoon on Saturday. We may start off the day Saturday though with a bit of cloud cover, so don't be surprised by that, but sunny for the afternoon, and Sunday going to be a mix of sun and clouds. Sunrise 7:25 in the morning. Should be a beautiful start to the day with those temperatures in the 50s, and again, no chance for rain all weekend. Again, that's exactly what you want to see for a holiday weekend. There's actually no chance for rain over the next 5 days, and that's good too, because again, we mentioned it earlier on in the update, it has been a very wet month. We have had nearly 8 inches of rain for the month of March. We're not going to add anything else to the rain gauge here for the rest of the month either, by the way. No more rain chances. But nearly 8 inches of rain, and this has been the wettest month that we have had since October of 2020. Back in October of 2020, I think we had about an 8 inches and a quarter. I think that's about what it was. So we weren't too close to that number, but we were still well ahead of where we should be for the month, which you see that our current month-to-date departure is nearly 4 inches. So yeah, it has been, again, very wet out there. And with all the rain that we've had this month, of course, it's been really helpful to help push back the drought. We now don't have any abnormally dry conditions anywhere in the state of Georgia, when just a few months ago, remember, we even had exceptional drought into parts of the state. There's actually not even any exceptional drought left in the southeast. The closest exceptional drought to us is all the way over in southeast portions of New Mexico, so far, far away. Looking at our wettest days so far in 2024, 3 of them happened in March. Yesterday, while we did have a lot of rainfall, it did not even come close to breaking the top 5 here for the Atlanta area. Got around 3/4 of an inch of rain there just yesterday. And then finally, your Atlanta rainfall here that we've had here over the last past few months since the beginning of the year. Our normal year to date, over 13 inches. We are over 18 inches of rain. We are more than 5 inches ahead of where we should be for this time of year. So no real rain here over the next few days. When's our next rain chance? When can we expect that rain to return? Maybe you're trying to plan to wash your car. It's just going to get covered in pollen again. I'll tell you that right now. But maybe you were trying to figure out when that next rain is going to come in to help knock some more pollen out of the air. Let's take a look at that. Now, as we head throughout the next few days here, you see forecast track shows us staying dry. We get all the way to about Tuesday, late in the day. We're going to have a few showers start to move into far north Georgia. And those showers are going to continue to push in as we head throughout the overnight hours Tuesday and into Wednesday. Now, those showers pass through mainly through Wednesday morning and then into the afternoon, but by late afternoon Wednesday, they're going to start to push out. That's the current timing on this. That timing could change. We're still a week out. So timing, confidence in timing is not as high whenever you're this far out on a forecast. But we're still going to have some shower activity and then some drier air move in behind it. So how much rain do we get over the next 7 days? Well, you're not going to see this in the 7-day forecast. You're just going to see a slight chance on Tuesday, because this now takes into account the fact that we'll head all the way throughout Wednesday afternoon in the forecast. And we're only going to look at the 7-day forecast through Tuesday of next week. But it looks like we'll get anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch of rain, maybe up to 3/4 of an inch of rain, not really about an inch or less for everybody here across North Georgia, with those lowest totals going to be Atlanta and southward. So not a lot of rainfall over the next week to help knock pollen out. And again, that next chance isn't going to really happen until next Wednesday. So you see through Tuesday, slight chance for rain. That's all we get there on Tuesday. The rest of the week going to be dry. You see this weekend going to be warming up nicely, hitting 81 for the high on Monday. It is going to be warm out there here for the end of the weekend and into early next week. Looking at your 8 to 14 day outlook beyond the 7-day forecast, now we're looking at really a little bit even beyond that first week of April. Looks like we're going to have some above average rain possible for the region. So those wetter than average conditions that we've been having looks like it may continue, and around to just below average temperatures for this time of year. Remember, these maps can change a lot, so just know that we're going to continue to monitor the weather models, and sometimes they flip back and forth in that 8 to 14 day stretch. But right now, that's what the weather models are leaning towards. Looking at your Peach State outlook again for the state of Georgia. Here, all across the state, we're expecting beautiful conditions. I know a lot of people may be traveling for Easter weekend. Y'all, it's not just going to be nice for us here in Atlanta. It's going to be all across the state. They're going to be having great conditions, whether you're heading to Albany, Savannah, Columbus, Macon, Augusta. You see those conditions looking great. Lots of sunshine, warm conditions. Just make sure that you're dressed for those warm conditions, because it will be very warm each afternoon. And then taking a look at your weekend getaways, you see temperatures are going to be sitting in the 70s for highs for many spots, and you see all the sunshine. Going to be great weather here as we head throughout the weekend. Make sure that you take that extra day off if you have it available to you, whether it be Friday or Monday. I know a lot of people may have their kids off from school. If you can manage to take that extra day yourself from work, go ahead and do it, because again, the weather is just going to be stunning out there. And then finally, your Georgia State Park forecast. If you plan on doing any hiking for Thursday, we start off with the cloud cover like what we have here in Atlanta, but there will be more sunshine in the afternoon, and it should shape up to be a beautiful day with those temperatures in the 60s. So that's all that we have for today. Again, we love to do these updates every single Sunday at 11 a.m. and then your weekly weather update again on Wednesdays at 2:30. Be sure to always tune in. We'll keep you updated so you know what to expect for the week ahead. Don't forget that if you want to get it throughout the week, the weather forecast, make sure that you tune in to 11 Alive every evening. You can catch Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb in the afternoons. You can catch Meteorologist Melissa Nord starting at 4 o'clock. You can catch Meteorologist Chester McNeil every morning giving an update there, and then catch Meteorologist Nicole Hartford every weekend evening, and then myself, meteorologist Andrew Wilson, every weekend morning. I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead of you, and of course, we'll always keep you updated on everything right here at 11 Alive.